Nelson.
Good gravy.
A radio host.
Found myself 2 million short of a millionaire.
Barely understandable.
Gee, Monetti.
We can rebuild him.
Guy's bright as a napkin.
We have the technology.
You gotta work with design, vision, and focus.
Better than he was before.
It's not lonely in my head.
Funnier.
I'm staring at a bowl of spaghetti trying to figure out which two ends come together.
More informative.
Characters defined by what you do once you screw up, not if you make mistakes along the way.
And just as sarcastic.
You sausage.
Oh, come on!
Give us 60 minutes and we'll give you Nelson Radio every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KTLK AM 1150. With 29 years in the mortgage business and an array of top-level guests visiting the show, Nelson is in a unique position to bring you cutting-edge information on real estate, business, finance, and law. If you have any questions for Nelson or any of his guests, give him a call at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or check him out online at nelsonradio.com.
Nelson Radio.
Welcome back to Nelson Radio. I'm with my special guest host and legal expert, Michael Fell, from the law office of Michael Fell, an accomplished criminal defense attorney. And in our last segment, we talked a little bit about DUIs. I want to make certain our listeners know that they can reach you by texting the word OC DUI to 313131. That's OC DUI to 313131. And the perfect segue into the introduction of our guest here, our featured expert, Bram Klein from Keller Williams. This segment brought to you by Best Chauffeured, worry-free and on-time limousine transportation services. Text the word limo to 313131 so you can get a limo and a DUI attorney in two texts.
And you know what? If you took the limo to begin with, you probably wouldn't need to call me.
Yeah, let's get to Bram. Bram, welcome to the show. You're with Keller Williams down in Mission Viejo, right?
I am. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's, I want to make certain that everyone that's listening knows that Mike Fell and Bram Klein come from the same gene pool. You're what, 16 cousins?
We're second cousins.
Second cousins.
And don't do that. You know, here's the funny thing. When you said Bram Klein was going to be on the show,
right?
I said WTF with the family, right?
Nice.
Don't
text that.
In all candor, I heard that Bram. I heard you were going to be on the show. And I said, this is Bram Klein, and so I didn't even know that,
it was a surprise
that we had
to
the
you.
connection. So
I'm excited to be here.
Welcome.
Hey, I want to go into where you've niched yourself in the industry and just ask you about that, where you find your business opportunities. How do you niche yourself?
Sure. I do most of my work in Orange County, primarily South Orange County, coastal communities, Aliso Viejo, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach, and primarily, it's a mix of clients. Our buyers are first-time buyers. We've got move-up buyers, young professionals in a townhome, something like that. They might be nesting, having their first child, and moving up to the next house. And so it's first-time buyers.
Bram, I want to cut you off right there and ask you: first-time home buyers coming into the marketplace and where home prices are. Our first-time home buyers, newlyweds, having their first baby, going out and buying $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 homes.
They are. They're fortunate enough to maybe save some money and put a down payment down on a condo or townhome, or maybe ask family for some help in putting money down.
Yeah, thanks for pointing to me when you're asking for family help.
Exactly.
Hey, cuz, let me ask you this: the market out there seems like it's so cruel to buyers right now. I mean, it seems like there's 50 buyers for every one house that's out there. Tell me a little bit about what your team does to assist these buyers.
Yeah, sure. You hit upon a good point. It's a really frustrating time. If you are a buyer working with an agent right now, you really need a very proactive, aggressive agent team to work with you. In particular, in our team, I specialize in focusing on selling homes, and our buyer team just focuses 100% on our buyers. And that gives them the flexibility to go out and find the homes that the buyers are looking for. People are frustrated because they're depending a lot on the multiple listing service, right? You're going on to the major websites and so forth and waiting for a home to pop and to come on. Well, so are all the other thousands and thousands of buyers. So by waiting and having an agent wait for something to hit the multiple listing service, it's not the way to do it anymore. You actually have to go back to the old school way.
So tell me about what you guys... He's my cousin, Rob, so I think I'll ask some questions here.
That's great. I'll just be over here.
And Mike's more fun to look at.
Well, thank you. So we've got, like I said, tell us a little bit, if you can, give away a little secret as to what special attention do you give your buyers so, quite frankly, they want to go to Keller Williams. They want to go with Bram Klein.
Yeah, no, of course. For instance, we just got a call from a new client that was actually up in L.A. They're moving down to Orange County for work, and they've been looking for a house since last August, and they haven't been able to obtain one. The agent's been writing offers and just, being one of like 50, 60 different offers. So what we do different is, my team and I, we go old school like I was talking about. We pretend that the multiple listing service just doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Right, we go back to the networking with all the other agents that are out there that we've worked with for years. And, we ask them, what other listings do you have coming up? This one might not work out for you, or you've already have a couple offers on this one. Do you have anything else coming up on the market? And those relationships are really, really, you have to depend on them. It's special.
So your clients can kind of hit these homes before they make it out to the MLS, which puts them in a line of maybe a single line or maybe no other people looking at the homes as opposed to the 50 or 60 waiting in line.
Exactly. And that's what you need your agents to do now is basically just, again, go back to what worked in the past. And it's either door knocking on neighborhoods. If you've defined, let's say, the port streets of Newport Beach, if there's a certain area that you want to live in, your agent should be proactive and aggressive and go out door by door if it's okay in the neighborhood or if it's okay with the city, and go out and find that person that wants to sell. It's called a private sale, and that's what we're after.
So the other part of your clientele is the move-up buyer, and I talk to all of these people through the finance sector, and so many of them think that they can identify property, go it alone, make offers, that they don't really need the expertise of an agent in this marketplace. But that's false, isn't it? It
is false. They really need a professional to protect them throughout the entire process and negotiate hard. I mean, that's our job, is to negotiate for the best price for our buyers. And, of course, the listing agent's going to do the exact same thing for their sellers. So, yes, they need to work with a professional. Well,
and like the example that you had shared in your Aliso Viejo market in terms of property comes on the market, there's 70 offers in the first day, and you don't want to be in that cattle herd.
No, that's correct. I mean, there's too many people thinking as soon as something comes on the market, I'm going to be the first one, I'm going to be the highest offer and so forth. And unfortunately, 70 offers, you're now you're getting the price up higher and higher and higher. The best thing to do is just find a proactive agent, look in the community, see if there's anything else that's out there, or something maybe that didn't sell last year or 2 years ago, or something that's leased that might be coming up for sale.
I think following up on what Nelson said, I think there's people out there thinking, well, I don't want to pay 3% to an agent, and the other side said, I don't want to pay 3%. Hey, let's just do it on our own. Have you found that, hey, the people who don't pay that 3% or don't pay that 6% end up paying more or selling their house less than they would have if they had an agent?
For sure. And, I'd probably recommend contacting a real estate attorney, because that's just going to be a whole mess. We're trained, obviously. We're professionals. We know how to protect both the buyer and the seller. And, it's our job. It's our job to make our clients the most amount of money. And that's on the selling side.
With the housing numbers that all look so positive right now, there's all sorts of economic and political debate going on. Is this housing recovery, is it on sound footing? Are we in a good place on the forefront of a new housing cycle? What do you think?
I think so. I think we're doing okay. We're seeing the builders are out building more properties. We've got a lot going on in Irvine. We've got the new Rancho Mission Viejo area. So we're seeing a lot of money going back into the communities, and it's I think it is a good time to get in. We do see some appreciation coming up, and I think this is the sweet time. I think this is the time when, if you've had a short sale or foreclosure in the past, it's time to get back and be that boomerang buyer, get back into the market.
Exactly.
That's good info.
Thank you, Bram. That's Bram Klein from Keller Williams down in Mission Viejo. This segment brought to you by Best Chauffeured, worry-free and on-time limousine transportation services. If you need a limo, Mike, you can text the word limo to 313131 with questions for Bram or Mike Fell or myself. Call us direct, 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. We'll be right back with Jim Herrick and Coach's Corner.